This is the true story of a plane that took off and landed 37 years later, or at least that's what they want you to believe. So imagine, it's July 2nd, 1955. The world is in the grip of the Cold War. People are obsessed with technology, aviation, and the possibility of space travel. At 9:55 a.m., Pan Am Flight 914, a Douglas DC-4 aircraft carrying 57 passengers and 4 crew members, takes off from New York City en route to Miami, Florida. Clear skies, no technical issues, everything is completely normal until it wasn't. Somewhere over the Atlantic coastline, Flight 914 vanishes from radar. No mayday calls, no debris fields, nothing. So obviously, within hours, the search begins. The Coast Guard, the Navy, civilian pilots, everyone combs the skies and the ocean. But it's like the plane just dissolved into thin air. So after months of investigation, the US government quietly closes the case. They call it a tragic accident. The families mourn and life moves on, or so it seemed. Fast forward, it's May 21st, 1992, in Caracas, Venezuela, at a small, quiet airport called Simon Bolivar International. Air traffic controllers are going about their usual routines, okay? It's a normal, sticky, hot-ass day, nothing unusual. Then, at 11:46 a.m., the radar systems pick up something strange. An unidentified blip appears, moving slowly, like it's just sort of floating in. Controllers scramble, they hail the craft on the radio, and after a long, eerie pause, a scratchy, panicked voice responds. "This is Pan Am Flight 914. We are scheduled to land in Miami, Florida." The controllers just stare at each other. Did he just say Pan Am in Flight 914? Like, it's not adding up to them. They're like, what the hell is going on? That flight number hadn't been used in decades. So they quickly clear a runway, unsure if this is a prank, a drug smuggler or something worse. So the plane comes in, an old battered DC-4, and sure enough, it matches the description of the 1955 aircraft exactly. Same model, same faded Pan Am logo. Like, this is just nuts. It looks ancient, like a flying ghost. The plane touches down, ground crews rush out, confused, cautious, and when they approach the aircraft, they see faces staring out of the windows, frightened, pressing against the glass. The pilot opens his window, leans out, and shouts, "Where are we? What year is it?" When they tell him it's 1992, witnesses say this man went pale as a sheet of paper. Seconds later, and this is key, the pilot reportedly yells in terror, pulls the engine throttle, and the plane speeds off the runway, lifting back into the air before anyone can stop it. The plane disappears into the clouds, gone again. But here's where it gets even weirder. A few months later, a Soviet era intelligence leak known as the Red Files surfaces. What's inside these files? A mention of Pan Am Flight 914. The document suggests that the US government and Soviet operatives both knew about the disappearances back in 1955. They believed it had something to do with anomalous temporal rifts, basically accidental time travel. There were even allegations that both sides tried to weaponize this technology during the Cold War. But when the plane reappeared in 1992, the US government allegedly recovered it, or what was left of it, and sealed the entire incident. The families of the missing passengers reportedly received anonymous calls warning them to, quote, "stop asking questions." And the most chilling detail, one man, an independent journalist in Miami who had been investigating Flight 914, disappeared under suspicious circumstances just days after contacting a government source. His last message to a colleague, quote, "They found it. They found the plane, but it's not what we thought." So there's a few theories out there. Some believe Flight 914 accidentally slipped into a wormhole or a crack in time and emerged decades later. Others think it was a top secret government experiment in teleportation or time manipulation that went just horribly wrong. And you got a few conspiracy theorists who are convinced that Flight 914 never returned at all, that the 1992 event was a holographic cover-up to hide what truly happened that day. All in all, 57 passengers, 4 crew members gone without a trace. Reappeared, or something did, only to vanish again. The world accepted the official story, a tragic accident, nothing more. But maybe, just maybe, Flight 914 is still out there, flying through the empty skies, trapped somewhere between 1955 and eternity.